How's everybody doing? Um, Hopefully, we've got this all figured out. Bear with me. Welcome back to the channel. As always, this is United versus Everybody. Let me just swap that over like that. I think we got it figured out now. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Sean, and just wanted to jump on today to do a little bit of a test. Anybody who was eagle-eyed this morning would have seen me pop on to do the same thing this morning. Just trying to test out a new platform, so want to make sure that I'm just giving you guys the best experience I can. I'm trying to make things just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing anyway. So you guys let me know how it goes. Just want to make sure that we're good here. I think there's going to be a little bit of a delay. Hold on one second. Yeah, probably a little bit of a delay. Justin's in the chat. Hey, Justin, watch this. Pa. Justin getting involved. Lionheart's getting involved because now I can do this. Now I can help you guys get your voices heard because, again, at the end of the day, that is the point of the show, right? So anyway, today you guys are helping me test this out, help me iron out the kinks. You guys let me know, how does it sound? How does it look? We're going to talk a little bit of actual United related stuff too, not too long. Probably just going to be a short video today, but I am going to talk about Erik Ten Hag's letter to the United fans, and I'm going to address Ruben Amorim's comments on taking the United job, because I'm sure you guys by now have seen that. But you guys let me know how you think. Danny says it is perfect. Danny, there you go, man. I can help you out there and handle that. You guys are probably on a little bit of a delay, personally. So, but we'll do that. Danny says, big up crew. How's everybody doing? This is new, huh? So anyway, like I said, anybody who was up early this morning did see, I know Danny was in there this morning. He did see that I was live this morning with a little bit of a testing. I was using OBS, and OBS was very intimidating, very scary. It basically requires you to have a master's in engineering to operate, and I peed a little the first time I opened it because it was very frightening. But switch things up, trying a couple different things. So I'm giving this little platform a trial. Justin says, sounds great so far. Cool. A little off yesterday. You mean this morning? But anyway, how are you guys doing this weekend? You guys watching any of those matches today? I did watch a little bit of that Newcastle Arsenal match, which was hilarious. Y'all can criticize Ten Hag all you want to, but Ten Hag is a way better manager than Mikel Arteta. That's just the facts. So, and then I did watch a little bit of that Bournemouth City match. So if you guys didn't see, Bournemouth did beat City 1-0. And maybe City are still hungover. We know that Pep likes to use that little comment. So in any case, today we are going to be chatting a little about just what's going on with Erik Ten Hag. See, everybody is getting involved. United TV, great to see you in the chat, man. Thanks for stopping by. Danny wants to look at Kirke's. Yeah, Kirke's looked really, really good. Kirke's he's still a little raw. You could definitely tell he's raw. Some of his decision making is still a little suspect. And towards the end of that match, he gave away the ball. He had a break, he had a really good break, and it was just a heavy touch here. Kyle Walker, of course, Kyle Walker's a very good defender, stuck that toe in, got the ball away. But it's those little things, because Kirke's is still, what, like 19, 20 years old. So United TV says, yeah, it's true. Loads of clubs wanted him. Yeah, loads of clubs did want him, but what just happened there? So in any case, I do like the look of Kirke's. So Justin says City lost 2, bricked up. Yeah, they did lose. I'm happy about that. City just seemed to always struggle a little bit without Rodri. Arsenal were struggling a little bit. United TV throwing me some love, man. United TV, I am using EV Mux. It's not free. It is not as expensive as StreamYard, but it is a little bit more user-friendly than OBS. I will say that much for sure. So check out EV Mux when you get a chance. If you're looking for something a little cheaper, maybe something. From what I've seen, it looks pretty similar to StreamYard in terms of the interface and whatnot. Danny says, I prefer 8 Nori. 8 Nori is good too. I like 8 Nori. You always got to respect the low sock drip on these players, unless it's Jack Grealish. No one cares about Jack Grealish, but everybody's showing each other love. So why don't we dive in on, while we're all here, we're going to talk a little bit about Erik ten Hag's final letter that he penned to the fans, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what Ruben Amorim has had to say. So again, as the new fancy ticker implies, on the road to 2K subscribers. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. You guys love that. I love it. I love it when people are trying to hook up streamers with cool things. So thank you guys for stopping by and being a little patient while we get all this squared away. But why don't we jump right into what Erik ten Hag has had to say ahead of the match. In his final letter to the fans. So in Erik ten Hag's final letters, as you guys can see here, he has said, "Let me start by thanking you. Thank you for always being there for the club, whether it was at a game far away or a rough match or a tough match at Old Trafford. Your support has been unshakable. The atmosphere at Old Trafford has always been electrifying, thanks to you. I felt it many times, also in away games. It gave the team and me an incredible feeling to hear the United chants taking over the opponent's stadiums, whether the game was in England, Europe, or during the summer tours. I always enjoyed meeting Manchester United fans throughout the world, walking the streets, and being able to chat with fans in England, Europe, Asia, Australia, the USA. You inspired me and radiated a strong sense of unity. That's what makes United supporters so special. I want to thank you for giving me this feeling and for your support. I also want to thank the staff in every department of the club for their unwavering support in good times and bad. We won 2 trophies, achievements that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Of course, my dream was to bring more trophies to the cabinet. Unfortunately, that dream has come to an end. I wish all Manchester United fans nothing but success, trophies, and glory. Your support and the warmth I received from everyone at the club helped me feel at home." So what are you guys thinking about that? What are your guys' thoughts on Erik ten Hag's comments, Erik ten Hag's letter to the fans? Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Hold on one second. Boom, boom. Lionheart says, Erik ten Hag's letter, man, I was amazed how much his English had improved since he left. It's a lot easier to write it than it is to speak it sometimes. I think Erik ten Hag sometimes remind me a little bit of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. There's not a whole lot of abstract, of metaphorical things. It's very direct. And I think sometimes you've seen that in some of his press conferences where he would kind of need a little repeating to understand some of the things. And I think that some of his responses showed that English is definitely not his first language. But I hear you. I don't know if you were joking or not, but I hear you. United TV throwing out the love. Says the Dutch usually have really good English. So yeah, I've seen like Arne Slot's interviews and things, and his English does sound a little bit now. Erik ten Hag, if I remember correctly, is not from the heart of the Netherlands. He's from a place that's pretty much right on the border of Germany, I want to say, if that's correct. And so I think that there's going to be a little bit of different dialect, a little different accent, perhaps. If you've heard him speak, he definitely sounds a lot different than like Arne Slot, for instance. Sounds much different than like Louis van Gaal and whatnot. And he did really spend his whole career in that kind of Germany, Netherlands area. He hasn't really spent a whole ton of time in England. So, where you got guys like Virgil van Dijk who were at Celtic, who were at Southampton, then at Liverpool. And so I do feel for him. I don't try to go too hard on someone when they can't speak English too well, and when it's definitely not their first language. But I hear you. Lionheart showing the love. You guys, are these comments popping up really well on the screen? Not Eric's. I think it's safe to say perhaps he didn't write the letter, says Lionhearts. Maybe. So who knows? Lionheart says he's from Enschede. What is Enschede? I lived there for 10 years. Where is that, Lionhearts? Let me know where you're coming from there. But yeah, guys, let me know if the comments are popping up. I think there is going to be a little bit of a delay between when you guys hear me and when I speak. So you guys just let me know how things are going so far. RSV says, big up from Detroit. Big up, my guy. I am not too far from you. I am in Livonia. I think I saw you on United TV's channel the other day. So big up, man. It's always representing. RSV, I don't know how far you are from Troy, but you should check out Loaded Dice Brewery. That's where the Detroit Red Devils, which is an official club recognized supporters group, meets for matchups. So we'll be there early tomorrow morning for the match. Obviously, I think probably get in around 11 or so. But yeah, feel free to come out. You can bring food if you want food, whatever you want to do. Sometimes there's food trucks, but yeah, big up. Stop by Loaded Dice Brewery, man. I will be there. Oh, you're in Farmington Hills. Even better, bro. Yeah, dude, jump over to Loaded Dice. It's probably about 30 minutes from me. So from you, it's probably even closer. So big up, my guy. Yeah, Loaded Dice Brewery. Look it up. Check it out. Detroit Red Devils, that's where we're going to be. So, so in any case, that was Erik Ten Hag's letter. RSV says, thought you lived somewhere else in America. That's why I said I tell people from Detroit. Yeah, you. that's usually the way it goes in Michigan. We just doesn't matter where you are. If you're within like, I feel like sometimes people from Michigan, even when they're in like 40 minutes from Detroit, they just say Detroit because that's what the only thing everyone knows of. Thankfully, in Michigan, we have a map built in, so we just walk around going like this, going like this, going like this. So I went to school here, live here. No, I dig it. Ten Hag actually from Oldenzaal, just outside Enschede, right on the border of Deutschland. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's basically right on the border. So there's a chance, whether his family or whatever, they're probably, maybe, I don't know. I didn't look too much into his family history, but let me jump into what Ruben Amorim has had to say ahead of. So Ruben Amorim, they played a match yesterday against Estrella. And then there was a journalist named Nathan Salt. So Nathan Salt is a Manchester correspondent for the Daily Mail. And Amorim has had some comments on his move. So I'm going to read this long thing. You guys have probably already seen it, but I'm going to read it too because I haven't really read through it fully yet. So I can't say much, he says. It's a phase where people feel what they have to feel. I wanted to explain the situation at the beginning of the season, and the chairman is there to confirm it. I had a conversation with him and Viana, and I said that whatever happened, it was my last season at Sporting. The season started, and we started to have a very good season. So basically, this was always going to be his last season at Sporting. He's had many suitors. We know that West Ham, he met with West Ham last season. Liverpool wanted him. City were eyeballing him. And then United came in and swooped. So he says the season started and we started to have a very good season. United came along, paid the clause, above the clause, and the chairman defended his interest. I never discussed anything with the chairman. The only request I made was that it would be at the end of the season, and they told me that wasn't possible, that it was now or never. I had 3 days to decide on something that would completely change my life. It's not the first time that I've had my clause paid by another club, nor the second. I wanted that club in that context. It's just like Sporting. It's very hard for me to leave. More for me than any other Sporting fan. There was no confusion at all. We have to safeguard everyone's interest. Far from playing the victim, I had to in this dead zone. The only person who is here is me. So obviously we're translating Portuguese here. So there's going to be, I don't know what dead zone means. He said, I said I would stay for as many games as necessary. I didn't say anything earlier because I couldn't. That's how the decision is. The club appeared that I knew if I rejected it, I wouldn't have it in 6 months. And I knew that in 6 months, I would know that I wouldn't be at Sporting. The only club that I wanted and that moved me, it got to a point where I had to decide, and I did. Now I'm going home, much more relaxed. I would earn 3 times more with the last club that paid my clause. I gave everything I had for the club. So big comments from him, of course. What are you guys saying? Justin's laughing. Big up RSV, Justin. Lionheart says, my parents used Ten Hag for their mortgage. Just a little random story. What does that mean? What do you mean use them for their mortgage? Was he like a real estate agent? Was he just a lender, an underwriter? What does that mean? Danny says they live in Holland, Lionhearts. Where are you from, Lionhearts? So Amorim had more to say on his movie. He says, there is no sporting fan who wanted me to stay until the end of the season more than I did, but it wasn't possible. Some people say it's for money. It's not. Other clubs were prepared to pay 3 times more, and I refused. This is the club I wanted. My gaffer now only wanted United. Remember when there was a time when players only wanted to come to United? Remember when there was a time where managers just wanted to manage United? It's refreshing to hear. Whether or not it's 100% genuine, no one's going to know. But this is what's out there. This is what's in the media. This is what is said out loud. And I'm here for it. Other clubs wanted him. He rejected. Other clubs tried to pay him more. He refused. He only wanted United. And I am here for that. Ruben says, I asked United if he could be in the end of the season. It's what I wanted. United said no. It was now or never. So I had to make a decision. And he has confirmed that he is bringing his staff with him, Ruben Amorim. So, again, we spoke about that a couple times. Ruben Amorim is bringing the staff. What are you guys saying here in the chat? Danny says, I think his family have real estate. Oh, I got you. Nee, welcome, my guy. How are you, Nee? Are you digging the new look here? I got all sorts of stuff going on. I got a little scrolling guy. I got comments. I got a logo way up here. I'm all about it. He says, I think the Ten Hag family are real estate moguls. Interesting. United TV says, I think United said it's now or never. And you know what? It's fine. I don't mind us throwing around a little bit of weight in this situation. I don't mind us saying like, hey, we want you. You're our target right now, but it's now or never. We can move on to other options. It was kind of basically presenting it like this is a big move, and we think this is a good move for you, but we can't wait around. We got this, and what that tells me is that maybe United think and believe Ineos that the season can be salvaged. There's something to be salvaged from this season. I was just as surprised as everybody when. I wasn't surprised when we sacked Ten Hag, like I said yesterday, but I was very surprised that we swooped so quickly to bring in a high-profile manager like Ruben Amorim, someone who is in a job. It wasn't even on my radar that we were going to be able to bring in a manager this week, like before the end of the season. If you guys remember, I was talking about who was free agent and who we want to go for in the summer. So United are not messing around. Ineos are not messing around. They think there's probably something to be salvaged for this season, and they want to get their guy in, and they did. Liner says Ten Hag family have a broker company called Ten Hag. Are you just trolling now? If it's just called Ten Hag, is it called Two Trophies? Two Trophies Realtors? Let me know. 2 trophies, or it's called Real Estate. Danny B says, where does he refuse Chelsea? Oh, were Chelsea talking to him in the summer? I know he went to West Ham, and then that just didn't go well. Interesting. United TV says, makes sense. United TV says, he refused West Ham, didn't he? Yeah, no one's quite clear on what the issue was with West Ham. I've seen a lot of conflicting stories. Like I said the other day, if you guys stop by that stream, the media are already spinning it, and it's just all anti-United. So he went to West Ham, that issue broke down. He came back, he apologized to sporting fans. But then when he was linked to Liverpool in the summer, the headlines were, Liverpool want Amorim, Liverpool want like top Portuguese manager, Liverpool want Sporting's like manager of the year. As soon as he's linked to United, though, it's United are bringing in like West Ham reject, Liverpool reject. Like, it's just a crazy spin. And so no one's going to know exactly what happened, Rich, but who knows? United TV says, I think he has to bring his team. It's what's working at Sporting. Yeah, and I think we all knew that was going to happen. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with our team, because Ineos literally just brought in a whole team. I know Ten Hag said that, he's the one who picked Ruud and stuff, and Ruud has already said that he wants to stay as well, and the contract is for a few years. We're going to see what happens, but this is where it's about backing the manager. If you're going to go after Ruben Amorim, if you're going to pay that money, then that might mean you also have to pay off to get rid of some of the coaching staff that we have. Now, that might ruffle a few feathers, especially where Ruud is concerned, but I don't know. Are there any of the coaching staff at United that you guys would want to keep? I do trust Amorim's coaching staff, like Rich says. But at the same time, Ineos just brought him in. Would you guys keep Rude and let everybody else go? I know. Leonard says, yes, we moved there when I was 8. My dad is from Enschede. How do you say that? Enschede? When I finished catering college, I left Holland. Nice, man. Liking the setup, man. Awesome, dude. Leveling up step by step. You know what? I got the new laptop because the other one was actually just starting to mess up on me. Some of the keys on the keyboard just stopped working, and they were keys that I used for like all my logins and passwords, so that wasn't working. But I do appreciate it, bud. Big up stopping by. And he says, nice, Lionhearts. I was over and back to Holland a lot when I turned 18. Great country. So I've only been in Holland twice, and it was just, or technically 4 times, but it's just been for layovers when I'm flying to Manchester. The flight that I usually take is from Detroit to Amsterdam and then Amsterdam to Manchester. But I do love me some KLM oatmeal cookies. Justin and I talk about that all the time, how good those cookies are. I will tell you that your airport is confusing. Because your gates, I can see the gate, but the gate doesn't open until a few minutes before the flight. So I can see it, and I thought literally I had to go around. I didn't realize the gate was a giant window door that opened automatically. So I was sitting there getting super stressed out. Thankfully, I met up. I actually ran into Nemanja Vidic last time I was at that airport, which made it all much less stressful. He was like, yeah, no, it opens up. I was like, okay, cool, because I don't know what's going on. But big up Nemanja for helping a brother out because I was frightened. RSV, hopefully Amorim doesn't adapt to the player's capacity like how Erik Ten Hag did after that mauling against Brentford. The team still needs proper wingbacks for Amorim's style of play to come to fruition. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Amorim adapts moving forward, for sure. I think that might see us prioritize some defenders. Depending on what happens with someone like Eriksen, Casemiro, Antony, even Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Malacia, I don't think it's going to take long for Amorim to realize he can't count on some of these guys. And some of them might be gone anyway. Some of them are going to be available on a free in the summer. So, but I do agree. It's going to be interesting. Danny B says, I hope Rude stays. A lot of people hope Rude stays. I think Rude has definitely, obviously he's a United legend. We all love Rude. I'm surprised that he didn't get more votes when we did the all-time starting 11 stream a few weeks back. So if you guys haven't go check that out, go for it. I did put out a poll asking you guys what kind of video you guys might want to engage in for the next international break. So go check out the poll, vote on that, and we can see how you guys are thinking. There's a couple different options. I think one is going through the squad that we have now, and in the context of Ruben Amorim's system, like who could stay, who probably needs to go, kind of a thing. The other one is Mount Rushmore in football. So managers all time, players all time, maybe United all time, just 4 Mount Rushmore. And then the other one was ranking managers post Fergie at United. So now we include Ten Hag in that list. So you guys let me know. But go let me know in the polls what you guys like to do. So Lionheart says, technically we're not allowed to say Holland anymore. Bloody Dutch people. Interesting. Why is that? RSV says, you ever gone to a United game at the United fans bar in Shore? Are you talking about Loaded Dice Brewery, RSV? Because that's where I go. Justin says, and we going back again in January. Let's fucking go. We are going back in January, my guy. We got those wrapped up and ready to go. Justin and I will be going back. We'll be there for Southampton and Brighton, and then we are squeezing in Salford game versus Fleetwood that weekend as well, and maybe the Academy game too if we have time. We got a lot going on, so we'll see. But big up, my guy. Danny B says, stay, go, and one more chance, be a good stream. Yeah, and that's one of the options, so we can probably do that. But yeah, go get your vote in if that's what you're looking for, because I want you guys' opinion. But that is what's going on. Lionheart says, we're meant to say the Netherlands because Holland is just a small province. Interesting. Well, now I know that, and now you just help me look smart at parties and whatnot. So big up, my guy. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for me. Everything looks like it's going pretty smoothly, right? The logo is up there in the corner, the little stream down there. Remember, we are on the road to 2K subscribers. So hit that like button if you are digging the new look here. Hit that like button if you guys are really enjoying having your comments on the screen. I'm really enjoying doing this. It was one of the big things I wanted, and happy to get that going, because it's nice to read them, but I want everyone to see them too. So, but let me know your thoughts on Ten Hag's letter to the fans. If it hit you in the feels, if you think it was just a Google Translate or a Chat GPT, like some people think. Or make a poll about the type of video we should do while we're there. What do the viewers want to see while we're in the UK? Yeah. So yeah, Justin and I were talking about this a little bit. So it's really interesting. So I used to be a photographer, but I didn't really like taking my camera when I would do stuff, because I like to enjoy what I'm doing. And so this is going to be very similar when Justin and I are over there, because this will be the first time I'm over there while I have the channel. When I go on vacations, I like to be on vacation. So, but I also want to, engage with you guys while I'm there as well. So it's going to be a little interesting. What will probably happen is some shorter kind of match reaction videos with Justin and I afterwards, maybe some candid stuff walking around. But let me know if you guys are interested in seeing anything in particular, realizing that I might be limited in what I can record while we're at the stadium and stuff, at least in the tour access. But you guys let me know. You're welcome. Lionheart's out here just giving everybody some good knowledge, saying that's sweet. Yeah. So, all right, guys, I think that is going to be it from me today. I do appreciate everyone jumping on and helping me iron out the kinks, and just figure out, and thank you for being patient while I just kind of have fun. Did it look good on your end? Just smooth transitions and everything. So everything sounds good. Don't be afraid to let me know if anything's off, anything looks better, looks worse. So that is going to be it for me. Just want to do a real quick one, getting your thoughts on the letter and whatnot. Cheers, everybody who jumped on today. Lionhearts, Danny B, Justin, my boy Nee. I hope you're going to be there tomorrow, man. I miss seeing you, bud. Lionhearts, as always. And then RSV, good to meet a fellow Michigander. Good to hopefully, maybe link up one of these days if you're ever wanting to go check out Loaded Dice Brewery in Troy and hang out with the Detroit Red Devils crowd. We are usually there for matches. They'll stop by midweek too for Europa or League Cup games as well. I usually don't do that because I don't really want to hit rush hour on the way home. I really don't like turning half-hour trips into an hour-long trip. But Lionheart says, spot on. Appreciate that. Danny Beast, cheers, pal. Chat tomorrow. Yep, I will be back either tomorrow afternoon with a match reaction or maybe Monday with a match reaction. But either way, I will be back. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and helping me figure this out. I appreciate that. Thank you again, United TV, Rich, for jumping in as well. Hopefully, as I continue to learn it, it'll just get better and better. But again, it was all about you guys, all about delivering the best experience for you guys. Because at the end of the day, you guys help the channel grow. You guys are the community. You guys really are the channel. So again, hit that like button, subscribe. We are on the road to 2K. And thanks again. I will see you guys later on.